Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My boy, we back in the building.
What's happening? What's going on?
We're a little late. Look, man.
Hey
Let
man,
me
you
tell you,
know,
man.
it's
Let me tell
Saturday.
you. Let me tell you about. You start the show, man. Life be lifing. That's a saying that me and my wife say. Life
Woo.
be lifing. You hear me?
You lying about that one, my boy.
Yeesh. I
Life.
like this adult thing is trash.
Hey man, you remember as a kid when you always like, hey, I can't wait to get grown. I can't wait to be an adult.
Boy,
I can't wait to be an adult. Yeah, boy. That thing come at you fast, my boy. It's
boy,
all
boy,
downhill after 21.
boy, like a
Telling
like a like a pitch from a tiny boy with the head with your hands behind your back. It's coming.
you. Yeah. Hey,
You
man,
miss it every
it's all
time.
good.
But yeah, man, blessed to be here though. Another Saturday. Man, how was your week, man?
Man, pretty good, man. Relax, chillax. Spring break, the kids have been going. Uh, so speaking of kids, look at that. Got one on there popped in. You know what I mean? So yeah, kids gone,
Hey,
man. Kids ain't even been here. You know what I mean? So just been doing our thing, man. Me and the wife been just chilling, man. Relax. Acting like we teenagers stuff.
yeah,
Not going to bed
yes,
when we
sir.
supposed to, eating all kind of food we ain't supposed to eat. So hey,
Woo.
back to
Hey,
reality next week though. School buses here at 7 o'clock.
boy, let me tell you, boy, and won't nothing humble you as somebody who's getting older than food you used to eat that you can't eat no more. Oh my
Ugh.
God. Oh my God. I'm talking about
Ooh.
like garlic, like applesauce.
I ain't ran into that problem yet, my boy. Ooh,
Ooh,
you can't
buddy,
eat certain food, my boy. Ooh, that
that
hurt.
thing, bro. I mean, you can eat it. You just gotta know you gotta deal with the consequences, my bro. My boy, it's just like, yeah, that joint. It's like I just had to, that cheese, that dairy. Yeah, man. Mm,
Ah,
it's
gosh.
making you change your life. Make you change your life.
Hey, man, I feel you, man.
But shout out to
Sports world.
Jaden.
Yeah,
Shout out to
definitely.
Jaden
Shout out
because
to Jaden, Kaylin,
I got my
all the viewers.
Jalen. You know what I'm saying? Because my son name is Jalen, and
Look
you
at that.
feel me? And he probably sneaking on YouTube right now too. So you
Yeah, he
know.
definitely ain't supposed to have YouTube yet, but it is what it is. So again, spring spring break.
Spring
I'm
break.
not
You
upstairs.
ain't here. I don't care. Yeah,
Exactly.
man. Y'all on spring break, man. My kids about to get out in a couple weeks.
Get out for
They
what?
get out.
School?
Yeah, they get out in May.
Oh, mine get
Yeah,
out in May too. They get out the end of May.
yeah,
They
yeah.
just
But they
give them
already got.
spring break now. Like I don't know why, but it is what it is, man.
Yeah,
But
man.
hey, sports world, man.
Let's
It's
talk
been
about it.
kind of football. Y'all know we love
What's
football.
been quiet, man?
Y'all know we love football. Football our first heart. This be like the off season for us and the off season for sports for us. But there are other sports still going on, so we still be tapping in and watching. But we always keep an eye on that football. So nothing's really happened draft wise. They've taken Jalen Carter off most boards. I think that's what I've heard at this point, which is
Mike Mayock said that he ain't
crazy.
going to drop past 10,
Nope.
and I was like, I mean, that's expected. It's one of them things. It was like it's a difference between character issues on the field and character issues off the field. And his on the field, he ain't got no character issues.
Off the
other
field, I think
than
he just really
other
made
than
he's really made a bad decision. Like, you
a
know what I
bad
mean?
decision with the, but when you got a lot of money, I think the Henry Ruggs thing, and not just him, man. You got it's a lot of guys you can
Oh boy,
pick
it's a
from right here.
long line though. You
They
know
get
what I
that
mean?
money. What's that offensive tackle? Was it from Bama or Georgia, where
Which
he
one?
just couldn't stay on the team? He was like a first round pick. He
Probably
just couldn't
George.
stay.
The dude
He couldn't
Isaiah
stay healthy.
Isaiah
Went
with
Isaiah, yeah,
he was with the Titans first. And yeah, he was having some issues too, and then got caught with the gun going through the airport. It just be, just ignorance, man, when it comes to guys having that much money. Like, come on, bro. If I'm the bag, I don't need the gun. But best believe the two people beside me, or the two people I keep with me, are heavily armed. So heavily armed. So I'm good. But I'm not in that lifestyle. I'm not in that situation. So it's easy for me
yeah,
to say
man.
what I would do or wouldn't do. But Steve will get a few meals. You can best believe I am not spending it in jail. I promise you
My
that.
social media is deleted.
I ain't
none
gonna
went
do
to
all that. I
games.
know how to say no.
I,
I ain't doing
no,
all that either. I know how to
I
say
delete.
no.
Let me mess up a little bit. I don't need to be in like the guy that hit the lottery and was in the club. Nah, I don't need you. I'm gonna do that, and then I come back.
I
My
already told
friends,
you
family.
I'm going to
I should do it
Cali.
like Beyonce. I do
I'm
it like
going to
Beyonce.
Cali I'm going somewhere where I'm not. Nobody's looking for me. There's plenty of millionaires in California. Ain't
Yeah,
nobody looking for me.
but where you be at, you gonna be with the people who.
See what I'm saying? That's why I said I'm going to Cali. I got to get out of the A.
Follow that, that Camaro on F1s or the lift kit.
Yeah, follow
Around
that
in
guy.
Malibu.
You know, Steve-O is hauling ass and something fast. You know it, man. You know it. But now, man, the NFL draft, bro, I think I like to see it. Me and my wife, we always look at it, and we look at the people at the table. We're looking at people sitting around them, how their reaction is when they get the money. It's always that one uncle who up there, you know, he been there from day one, and you can tell uncle in the back, he already lit. He dressed his
Spent the
suit
money
halfway.
already.
Yeah, his suit halfway off already, anyways. You know what I mean? So it always be fun to see the dynamics of the room for some of the players on draft night, man. When old boy snatched his phone out of that girl hand when she got the phone. Like it just be stuff like that that you have to look. The little stuff I be looking at to see, like, okay, let me see who in this guy's circle. Let me see who he hugged first. Do you grab your mama first? Do you grab your girl first? You shake your dad's hand. Like, let me see. I always pay attention to all them dynamics on draft day. And I'm always watching the table and see what the coach is at. Kirby bounce from table to table to table based off who he think gonna get drafted first and how the ESPN kind of, you know, pay, creates a whole pageant for these guys when it comes to this. The pageantry of the draft, I think, too. You know what I mean? The outfits. Look at the kids, man. Who got the sauce? Who got drip? Who got the chains on already with their name on it? I always look at all that stuff come draft night, bro. I analyze all that. So.
Yeah. I be looking into it too, man. Like there were guys who decide to stay home versus show up. Man, the storylines is always dope for them, man. And I can't wait to watch how it shakes out because this year, man, it's a lot of guys who can go number one for different reasons, and it's not a talent thing. It's really fit. It's really strategy. Like the top 10 of this draft, we know it's going to be Bryce. We know CJ. We know Will Anderson. We know
and it's guys like that we feel like have been like we always said Will Anderson was going to be a future first pick. We always said Bryce was going to be a first pick, but now it's like it's actually that time. It's like, damn, will Anderson be the first pass rusher off the board? Right. Will Bryce be the first quarterback off the board?
Bryce could be the third.
And seriously, he could be sitting there. It could be a situation where he could sit based off fit because nobody wants an undersized quarterback anymore. I understand you got the arm. I understand you can move. Your pocket presence is great.
If Bryce Young had the body and athleticism of Anthony Richardson,
oh man,
this draft would be. I forgot which draft it was when everybody knew who the first pick was. Like they announced it, they're like, "Yeah, we're drafting
Jamarcus Russell." The Raiders had gave Jamarcus Russell a contract way before the draft. Like y'all gave him a contract like 3 weeks before the draft. Like they had negotiated Sam Bradford's deal with the St. Louis Rams before the draft even started. Like Andrew Luck, he had his contract 2-3 weeks. He had his contract 2 weeks before the draft.
That's the last one that was like, oh, they know they've already announced like we're taking Andrew Luck with the first pick.
And they got his contract out and everything. That's the last thing. Andrew Luck was probably the last one. Now I don't think GMs do it because of trade. You know what I mean? Trade. I'm not going to lock in with a dude. Now, crazy to me, I would personally if I actually knew I needed a guy. Like, who got the number one pick now? The Colts, right?
Yeah. No, Panthers.
Panthers, they traded up. I don't know what the Panthers are going to do with the number one pick.
So, no idea. They interviewing everybody. I don't even think they know what they're going to do yet.
Me either. Yeah, they are interviewing people. So I say that to say, if they traded up, if I'm an owner, if my team, my general manager, we're trading up to number one, we've already got that contract out. I would have put it out publicly. Hey, I got the number one pick. You can't do anything. You can't stop me. I'm going to get this person as my quarterback. But they haven't done it. I don't think they know either.
And I think they realized they gave up too much, man. This is a classic draft day movie where I think they like, you know what? I think we gave up too much. And they may try to slide back. They may go to the Colts.
That's
And I think teams like the Colts are sitting back like, I'm cool with CJ or AR. So
yep.
whichever one y'all don't pick, I'm perfectly fine with them.
Oh, got another one for you. What about Stetson Bennett going to the Ravens late? Because now they say the Ravens are drafting a quarterback.
I don't you mean late first round?
Yeah. Because the Ravens have a late first round pick.
I don't know that the quarterback that he needs to go first round. I think if you're going to do that, you're going to get something for Lamar. You're not releasing him. You got to trade him pretty much. So
why hasn't that happened yet?
I think because people don't want to. A lot of the guys who signed those exclusive offers, a lot of them haven't signed. No, they did. Some of them did, but it's just I think it's the risk, man. What he wants is like it's just not that market this year. Like this year ain't the market for them crazy contracts if you're not an offensive lineman or defensive lineman. Like it's the trenches year. Because you look at it, you're like, yo, why did the Chiefs lose the Super Bowl to the Buccaneers, the offensive line? You know what I'm saying? Why has Joe Burrow not won the Super Bowl? Offensive line. How did the Rams win the Super Bowl? Defensive line. Like it's literally been the line has been the dominant thing in the last 3-4 seasons. So at this point, why am I going to pay this quarterback $300 million guaranteed when I can get a Stetson Bennett in the third round or make a trade and shore my trenches and do what I need to do? So I think they just need more help on the outside. I mean, some stuff. So I think the 49ers, the Ravens will trade him, but it's just will Lamar agree to the deal that the team that's trading for him, if to present, because that's what's gonna make or break it. If you like, yo, we'll trade for you, Lamar. We're gonna offer you this, and he like, I don't want that. You like, I mean, what you want me to do? I'm not about to give up first round picks and stuff for a guy that's not signing the paperwork.
Be like Kyrie Irving in the Mavericks.
I'm not doing it, bro. Like this just.
I've never been a fan of a rental player. Like, you know what I mean? You're renting a player for half a season or one season without that guarantee of him signing a deal or staying there beyond that year. I think you're setting yourself up for a bad situation.
Right. Unless it's team friendly, man. Like it's just, I don't.
Now some of the baseball deals where they be trading cash consideration. Like
yeah, but like for instance, when OBJ went to the Rams, right? It was a team friendly deal. What they give him like a third round pick or something?
Yeah.
So you'd be like, all right, 1 year rental, third round pick. All right. But I'm not giving away like when the Saints gave away.
OBJ got the boys to the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl and got hurt. Right. It was worth it. And he got hurt, but I mean CJG to the Eagles, and you gave up a first round pick. Like for what, like a third in the future? Like
that's crazy. The Saints the Saints don't always be stupid organization, yo.
Boy, Raiders right behind them, boy. You see, we just signed Danny Amendola to be our return coach. I said, nigga, really?
They get them out of their homeboys' job, man. That's how it is.
We the Las Vegas Patriots. Get out of here.
Yeah, basically. Josh McDaniels has created his own version of the Patriots and brought them to Las Vegas.
I said, man, I hate the Patriots, and now the team is filled with them. So yeah, man. But to get back to the free agent stuff, man, Lamar, he gonna have to take a risk that 3-year fully guaranteed.
I think it might be a draft day trade for him. I think the Ravens will do like a draft day trade. I think some team is willing to risk that, like you said, that 1 year. Give me like a Tennessee Titans. I can see the Titans being willing to risk that 1 year, feeling like they're just a quarterback away. Right. I mean, the division that they're in is not the strongest of division. So the Titans could make a real shot and a real playoff run with Lamar. Could Lamar win the AFC South just by himself? Hell yeah. He was leading the AFC North before he got hurt. He was in front of Joe Burrow. Watson ain't there yet, of course. But he was in front of all them people. he was getting ready to do. He was
I don't know,
leading the
man.
division, bro. Before that.
Sunshine down there in Jacksonville, man.
I agree. He looked good, looked real good, but at the
They
same
worked on
time,
them
it's
in the
still the
playoffs.
Jaguars, man.
Right. They
You
look
know what I
good, but
mean?
still ain't make the playoffs. But
I think I got more faith in Mike Vrabel than I would Doug Peterson. And
yeah,
that's crazy to say. Doug Peterson got a Super Bowl ring, but I just don't like some of the decisions he makes staff wise. And you know what I mean? But the Jaguars, I do have them as like a 10 to 12 win team next year. I think they could build off what they got now. They got a young, outstanding defensive player, pass rusher. You got what you need right there with Walker. You got Trevor Lawrence. You got the quarterback. Look, you got a few pieces around the quarterback. ETN is still at running back. He didn't even have a rookie year last year, so you still get to see what he get to do. So Jacksonville's in a good spot, but I mean, look at the
they
Colts.
got Ridley. They got
And Calvin
Ridley.
Ridley. He's the first player in the NFL. The first player in the NFL to announce he's wearing number 0.
Yep,
He
that's dope. I think Michael Parsons said he's gonna do it too. But
yeah, he did say, but I think the amount of money he would have to pay. I think once he got that bill, because you have to pay like a certain percentage of your jersey sales. I think once he got that bill, bro was probably like, ooh, because you ain't heard him say nothing else about it. And I'm pretty sure all them Skip Bayless fans and Dallas Cowboy fans, them boy all went and bought them number 11 from heaven jerseys, as they call them, 11 from heaven. So
yeah, man. So it's gonna be good on day, man. Talk about football before Crystal just on, but she just got off.
yeah, we're gonna bring Pop Crystal back in. As soon as she get back on, she gonna have.
But
We're gonna talk about Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. I can't wait to talk about them girls, man. Them girls.
Florida, we had our second scrimmage for football.
Y'all did? Y'all still playing football?
Yeah, man.
I thought y'all quit. I thought y'all gave up on football.
It was a good scrimmage, man. Matter of fact, we bring Crystal on before she decided to get up out of here. Hold on. Too late. You gotta stay. Too late. You gotta stay.
Crystal, what's going on? You muted, Crystal. Unmute her, KB. There she go. What's up, Crystal? Crystal,
I can't hear you.
Turn your volume up, Crystal. We can't hear you. Try it again. We can't hear him, my boy. What we got going on? Let me see something. Hold up.
Oh Lord.
Say something now, Crystal. Can we hear you now? Can we hear you now? Hold on.
Is your computer turned up?
Get that mic. She said she can't hear us either. Maybe I hear you just fine, my boy.
Right. Step into my audio bag.
Yeah, there you go.
But yeah, man, Florida, we had our second game, man. We had a huge commit, Austin Simmons, 17-year-old, 6'3", 200 something pounds. Yeah, let's see. Let's see. Let me get it. Yep, I don't know. Crystal, I'm not sure why your audio ain't working.
Yeah, I can't hear nothing you're saying. I can hear KB just fine. I think KB can hear me.
Yeah. I blow the dust off the pod info.
Yeah, Crystal ain't used none of that equipment over there in forever. So you know what I mean?
We had a commit, man. He graduated high school his freshman year.
Excuse me?
Yes, he's a smart kid. He graduated.
Oh, I thought he was old. I was about to say, damn, how old is he?
No, he graduated high school his freshman year. He has like a 5.8 GPA type thing. Yeah, man. So a lot of people are thinking he's going to reclassify to this year because he's already taking college credits, which would be cool in a sense if they did that. But I don't think, me personally, I don't like it because I'm like, if he's not coming in to start, why waste his year? Because DJ Lagway coming in, then you got Mertz got 2 years. Like,
quarterback.
Yeah, 2025 kid. So I'm like,
yeah, he needs to sit, bro. You don't want to bring a kid in. I understand what you're saying, but age-wise, he probably needs.
He would come in. He would be coming in this summer, so he would be like the rest of the kids that came in this summer, like Bryce and all those guys. But for the quarterback position, we got the 24 Lagway is Lagway year 2024. So when he comes in, you can put the other kid off 2 years, you know what I'm saying? So Lagway's a junior to where his first year would count versus you bringing him in this year. Then you got two quarterbacks on your roster who, you know what I'm saying?
Well,
That's got the clock running. And no,
I'm with you,
ain't
bro.
nothing
I feel
happening
the
there, bro.
same way. I feel the
Yeah, but a
same
lot of
way.
people want him to stay. And don't get me wrong, man. I think and the scrimmages they say Mertz is looking, looks good in the sense, he's very confident. He
I've
has
heard
that.
good things about Lagway. They have some good rumblings about Lagway. Lagway's been looking. I think he's been doing some 7-on-7s, correct?
Yeah, man, he been killing the 7-on-7s and all that stuff. So he's a kid who can really he can really dot you up. And he has enough running to where he ain't going, he ain't breaking no 4.4s or nothing. But he's serviceable to where he gets some space. Like remember how James used to run?
Oh
Like
yeah, yeah,
James
yeah.
could run, but you ain't really trying to make. That's how Lagway is. Lagway he could redo a read
He gonna hit
option.
that little
But he
pump fake
ain't.
and then gonna run on you.
Yeah, and he'll pick up 10, 15 on you, but he ain't
Yeah,
about to bring 80.
yeah. I
But
got you.
yeah,
So I
man.
guess for us, it's been when it comes to UGA, I think we got the spring game next weekend. Maybe next
Yeah,
weekend or
that's
weekend
weekend.
after. Um, Quarterback battle, bro. Don't nobody knows who the quarterback's gonna be. Coach Kirby's playing it close to the vest, like we always knew he was gonna be. He's not giving out any praises for the quarterbacks. He's not giving out any, any critiques. You know what I mean? He's just saying it's a competition. It's an open competition. All the quarterbacks look equally good. That's all he says every press conference. So the insiders though have said that Brock Vanderbilt has actually been separating himself. He's been the one that's been standing out, not the senior, Carson Beck. It's been Brock Vandergrift 1, Carson Beck 2, with your boy Gunnar Stockton being a 2-8, basically. So Carson Beck probably is going to transfer out. You know what I mean? Just be honest. Somebody got to go. There's 3 quarterbacks in the room. We got a 5-star quarterback getting ready to come in this year. He's committed. Hopefully he commits. I don't know.
Dylan Raiola.
Yeah. Nobody knows what that kid's going to do. One minute he Ohio State, next minute he over here. I'm
USC.
at Miami and somebody USC. So never know. But as far as for us, man, I think it might be Brock Vandergrift at quarterback, which I don't have a problem with either one of them. All of them spin it. Nobody's really mobile like that. Gunner's probably the most mobile quarterback that we do have. If you did want to give him that second dynamic or that second element, I think UGL win this year because the pieces around the quarterback are just going to be so overpowering. They're saying Arian Smith is unguardable at wide receiver. Nobody can guard this kid because he's just so fast. You can't guard him. He's a track guy he's like Tyreek Hill, basically. He's a track guy that can play football. So
Right.
at first he was just a track guy. We didn't know if he could play, but nah, bro. Catching that pass in the national championship and then catching that pass against Ohio State, I think turned him up. And he has taken that and just ran with it since then. Like he loved the attention he got. He got on Sports Center every day. And once he got a little taste of that, brother, he's hopefully turns into like a Tyreek Hill, Nicole Hardman. But he's unguardable at this point, bro. He's 0 to 60 in 1.2 seconds in speed wise, foot wise, bro. He's just bad. The kid just fast, bro. He can't do nothing about it. So we'll see what this new offensive coordinator does. I'm not a fan of Mike Bobo. You know that. You know I hate Mike Bobo. You know I hate that move.
I
feel
have
like
been
if
hearing that from every
anything,
UJ fan. They are
that
confident,
shit
but
gonna
that
bite
Mike
us in the
Bobo,
ass when you least want it the most. Just being honest, Mike Bobo is gonna do a Mike Bobo type thing in the game that you need at least. So it is what it is, man. Kirby, we trust. But I'm not happy about Mike Bobo being the offensive coordinator. Especially not when you got a new quarterback coming in. Like, oh man, like y'all should have gave Todd Monken $1 million, started a GoFundMe and got some money. Kirby got some money over there, so money ain't the problem.
y'all recruiting budget. Look, y'all can take $1 million off that and be fine, and give it to him, give it to Monkey.
Nah, then we won't keep beating up on the swamp the way we doing. So
bro, y'all about a year or two ahead of Swamp as far as that. And Easy,
no, 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 no,
bro,
no, 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 no,
but
no.
y'all spend what, 5 mil
We are
in
a
recruiting?
we are a coach or two ahead of y'all. I told you that.
Nah, man. No, and Billy we trust, baby. And Billy we trust.
You don't even believe that. I'm hearing rumblings from Billy brother the inside that if Billy
You ain't
does
hearing
not
no
have a
rumblings.
spectacular season, if Billy don't really knock it out the box this year, it might be Billy last year. Billy might not even get the year. That's what I'm hearing.
Nah, man.
That's what I'm
I'm
hearing.
with you.
You hearing the same thing. So don't do that. I know
No,
you
I'm not.
will.
Nah, man. I hear from the people, the real people, the people who on the sideline. Billy is good. Billy is good. I mean, don't get me wrong. You can't win no 4 games. Don't get me wrong. But how everything is proceeding, everything is like, all right, it's looking like it looks like it's going where it needs to go. I mean, look, man, steps. We looking for the long game, man. Ain't no way we're gonna sit back and try to catch up to year 9 on Kirby. You feel me? Like, nah. We gotta be year two Billy.
I think
But our
I
spring
think
game
for
is next
y'all,
week.
Miami, you cannot let Miami get back to a championship form before
Well,
you.
they keep recruiting the way they are. So news, and I don't want to come off as seem like a hater because I'm not.
But
I'm not
these
a hater.
Miami folks have already labeled you that. These
I'm
Miami
not a hater.
fans, these Miami
I
people
said,
have already labeled this show as a hate for Miami place. So you ain't got to worry about that, my boy. You can go ahead and say what you want to say. It's
look,
too
man.
late.
At the end of the day, they just got to commit. The kid, they call him Air Judd because they missed out on Aaron Nolan, who wound up going to Michigan. I want to say he
I
committed to
seen that.
Michigan.
Yeah, he did commit
And
to Michigan. So enough.
Miami, that was Miami's guy. So
Mhm.
then they got the tall kid who's like ranked like he's like the 95th quarterback ranked, and he just committed. So their folks are up in arms that the Miami people. I'm saying there's some that's like hell no, like Tony. Then there's some people like yeah, he's gonna be great, and that's like like Kel's like. So you got them both sides. The thing that people don't talk about, man, and maybe we could bring one of them on one day or even today. The MRP, whatever, the Ruiz,
Yeah,
his stock,
yeah, man.
the
Boy going
stocks, all that.
bankrupt. That boy
So
going
when
bankrupt.
so when that thing dropped last year, and it was about to be $1 billion, and it was about to get $100 million facility, and the NIL was about to go crazy because he paying for out of pocket. It was real good when he got that upfront, but that thing is falling. So I found out that it's been some investors that fell off for their facility, the $100 million facility. I don't think it's about to happen. Some investors are falling off, and I think what's happening when people are speculating rumors, you know what I'm saying? That NIL, man, that NIL money that they plan on spending year 3, 4 to keep these kids in there. Pancake, Francis, you know what I'm saying? They keep Malik Bryant. That you're gonna pay these guys to stay year 3, 4. It may not be there. So then you're gonna have a situation like A&M. It's where some of these kids ain't getting they check. You feel me? And that might be it. Crystal back. We about to see if it worked.
Yeah, man. I want to talk about this South Carolina hour game.
Crystal, you in here with us?
I've been waiting
I'm
on
in
it.
here now.
Hey,
Yay, we got
we got
it.
Crystal Miss Wildfire.
I had to pull the laptop out.
There you go. There you go. Welcome to the pod. Welcome to the show.
Appreciate
You
it.
feel me?
Appreciate it.
Look, so women's sports has been getting or not getting the attention that it's deserved for a very long time. We all know
Right.
this. We know
Mhm.
the WNBA ain't been getting the money and stuff, but man, the excitement that came about these last few weeks
I would even say
between
last few weeks, bro. It's been before that because you remember that LSU South Carolina game was the most watched college basketball game
yeah.
in I think
So I
they
would say
set
this.
records.
So I would say this probably this season I saw
Yep.
more people dialed in for women's basketball than I have in a very long time. Like team folks was on LSU, they was on South Carolina. I
Yep.
would like they were really dialed in. And you've been a day one. You a hooper. You know what I'm saying. So
Right.
the real. You a day oneer. how did you feel about just the excitement around women's basketball this year?
So like I was excited. However, like you said, it's long overdue, right? And
Mm-hmm.
I I guess my only issue was it seemed like everybody got really excited about it after the trash talking. That made that like enraged middle-aged white men to
Oh
like,
yeah,
Yes.
and I'm
Oh
like,
my.
oh yeah.
y'all don't even watch it. But I mean, a win is a win. So now more people are watching and you have to and hopefully they find a way to like feed the college game into the WNBA.
Yes. Yeah.
Because they don't
Seem like
really watch the WNBA, but if you get some of this, then you would think that more people would watch.
now that so with the CBA with the NBA, they made a one of the agreements is that players and I think just players in general can invest in the league, so they can
Right.
actually invest their money in the WNBA. So you have guys like LeBron, Kyrie, who's spoken up, being like, "Yo, man, we want to get involved. We want to donate money." So if they can come together and donate money or put something together to where there could be more money behind the WNBA, that might be able to spark, a little bit of movement because you see them there, and I know they would. Like these guys, LeBron, these guys are billionaires.
Do you
They
think
would
they're looking
drop.
at ownership?
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely,
Yeah. Didn't
absolutely.
didn't LeBron back Montgomery with getting the dream, with having some
Yeah.
type of ownership in the dream?
Yep.
Yeah,
I
Yep.
yeah.
think so. Yeah. So
So
you would
it
think, yeah, you would think so.
I would hope so, man. Like, cause I was trying to go to WNBA games last year. Like last year, I was like, man, let me go to some WNBA games because they be turned. Like when you watch the game, it is no, you don't see any high flying dunking. But outside of that,
They
man, you getting
balling,
everything. You getting
bro.
and shout out
Look at
to Asia Wilson. She my favorite WNBA player now. To Diana, starting to, what I'm saying, mosey on up out of there.
Right.
But yeah, man, they be getting busy. And South Carolina, my favorite team. Shout out to Zaya Cook, man. She's my favorite player in college. They get busy. The Angel Reese,
yeah, bro.
she done, she done took the
Turn the
sports
world
world
upside
on
down.
its head.
So, well, she had already kind of had that. I don't say they were picking on her, but she had already felt like she was being targeted
They
because of where
were.
she was
Yeah,
from, how
they
she
were.
looked, way she
All
Yeah.
talked.
season,
So they
all
were
season.
already on her. I'm happy she won the title, but I want to go back to the Iowa versus South Carolina game. I know Crystal was watching. She was on it every second. Crystal, what about the officiating during the tournament? Like, I hate that the officials have been the topic of basketball. I say this whole season, just about.
Right. Yeah. And not just in basketball.
Yeah,
Like
true.
just
I'll for it.
it's been in the NBA. It's well, obviously that's basketball as well, but like even just everywhere it's been officiating. And you hate for officials to have any type of, determining the outcome. So, but I didn't like the officiating, but I don't think that's why South Carolina lost. Whereas I think the officiating was a little more egregious in the championship game.
Yeah,
Then it kind of evened out, but it kind of followed the same format, because if you watch the Carolina Iowa game, then they got Boston the two quick fouls, and it was a
yeah,
call where it was like, you probably shouldn't call that in a Final Four game. And the funny thing is that even I can't remember what article, but even Caitlin Clark said in another game, those Aaliyah Boston fouls probably ain't fouls. So she knows. You know what I'm saying? So even she knows. She was like, those
Mhm.
probably ain't fouls in another game. So that means it was questionable in itself. They started off Angel Reese the same way. She got
yeah.
two
Too
quick
quick.
fouls
Yeah,
and had to sit the bench. They didn't get to play this. I don't think they played the second quarter at all. Neither one of them. I think Carolina lost simply because they couldn't shoot.
Yep.
I think that was the basis of why they
Yeah.
and even on top of not being able to shoot, because I gave Dawn Staley a hard time. I ain't turned on her like y'all did, like them other people. I ain't turned on her.
No, no,
But they turned on. They turned on man in Columbia where I am. They turned on my girl. They turned on her. But
Stop,
I
man.
think it's fair to like question a game plan and
Mhm.
not really be attacking the coach. You know what I'm saying? So I thought. I'm not a D1 coach either, so take my whatever I say with a grain of salt. I thought that she should have doubled a little bit,
Yep.
like a blitz the ball at her hand. But after understanding why she didn't, I got it. I understood because she didn't want the other people to kill her because of how good she is. It's kind of not comparing Caitlin Clark to LeBron James, but
I got
LeBron can kill you passing the ball as
Yeah.
well. So if you double him, that's why he doesn't see a lot of double teams. Because he can kill you passing. Well, Caitlin Clark can kill you passing the ball too. So they wanted her. They played her straight up. Didn't do a good job playing her straight up, if we're being honest.
I was say you got to at least stay in front of her though.
Yeah,
Good
you got to
God
be right.
Almighty.
But they didn't do that well. But the game plan was to let her stop her as much as you can for whatever you can. You know she's gonna get hers, and it was for them, the rest of them, not to get off. Well, they couldn't defend the pick and roll or the pick and slip because I can't say her name, but the big girl start with a C.
I know you're talking about. Yeah.
She kept slipping the pick and scoring probably like she had to score off that at least six times at least, and then she made free throws. Well, nobody else scored over 10 points outside of the two of them.
Yep.
So and you lost by 4 points. You was in the fourth quarter. You did go up in the fourth quarter, late in the fourth quarter, and you missed 4 free throws, and you turn the ball over 3 times consecutively in that final quarter, and you only lost by 4 points. So then to criticize her game plan is it isn't fair, really, if you think about it. Because if you do those things and make a couple of shots.
Yeah, and that too. They didn't hit shots. They weren't hitting shots at all. I was like, "What going on, South Carolina?
Right.
Y'all just ain't shooting today."
3 of them, but they're not shooters
like,
though. They're not shooters.
Right. Oh, they just had an off. They had an off game. Like it's one of those things where you can be the better team that day. Like if they played 100 times, I'll put my money on South Carolina every time, and they may lose 1 or 2.
Right.
I don't know about that, KB. Right, oh, you think so?
Yeah.
Because I watched South Carolina versus LSU.
They got 100, but Carolina's the better team though.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They would lose 1 or 2.
Yeah.
But if it was out of 100 games, they'll lose 1 or 2.
Caitlin, can she carry this momentum to the WNBA?
She's not going. She's coming.
I know she said she's staying. Both of them are coming back. So both of them are coming back. Oh, she's not eligible yet?
They're not eligible. Yeah, she's not eligible to 2024. She's a junior.
Okay. Reese is eligible. She said she's coming back.
Reese is not eligible. She's
not eligible
either. They were never going to the WNBA.
Okay. That's good. Well, I think college basketball needs this again anyway. So I think that'll be good for them. I think the college basketball game, if we can get them two back on the big stage again against each other.
But they're gonna get some
but now they're not. That's not what they're pushing though. What they're pushing is Paige Buckner to be back for UConn because she a bad.
That's what I'm saying.
And they're pushing Paige against Caitlin because even Gino that'll get even more. By the way, this was the most watched college game at 9.9 million. That's record setting for the women's game, and they project it only to go up. Assuming Caitlin Clark makes it, I don't think Caitlin Clark gets back to the Final Four unless I don't know how close you guys follow.
If she can drop them 40s, if she can drop them 40s back like she was dropping Crystal. Oh no,
she a dog.
Yeah, but she was a dog last year, and that's another thing. People act like they didn't know about her last year either. But I get it, new fans.
She was balling.
I get it. She's been balling. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I saw people like I've never heard of Caitlin Clark. I'm like,
Caitlin been that girl since high school. She was high school.
You don't watch.
Yeah, she was the high school player of the year. So,
but last year it was all about Paige. Like you,
remember she blew her knee out. She didn't get to play but like 4 or 5 games, I think, and then she chose to come back because she could have went to the league.
Yeah, watching her play, I was like, yo, she's smooth with it. She's
But it's not
smooth.
beneficial for them to go to the league
No.
yet because I mean, Angel Reese is making the most money
Yeah, she
with her
killing.
NIL deals.
She
She's making more
killing.
than anybody, I believe.
Yeah.
And the Louisville girl, Van Lith, she just entered the portal this morning.
Yeah, I
The
saw
girl from
that.
Louisville, and that's who
Yeah.
Caitlin Clark originally got into it with. That no, when she did this right here,
Ah,
that
yeah, yeah,
nobody
yeah,
cared
yeah,
about.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I
That's
remember that.
her, and she was averaging like 19 points. I'm not sure if she was up for Player of the Game, but Player of the Year, but she was up there though, and she's a graduate, and she gets another year. Plus, they get that COVID year, because see, like that's why they was waiting for the
Aaliyah Boston.
USC's girls to like Aaliyah Boston them to and Aaliyah Boston made $1 million in her NIL deals this year. So they were waiting for them to declare for the draft because they could have stayed because they had a COVID year. They get a COVID year. So she could have come back. But Dawn was like, no, if she
What's up,
asks
Becky?
me, I'm going to tell her to go to the league because that's the next step. And
Yeah.
you'll get one-on-one coverage. Nobody talks about Aaliyah Boston, a little off subject, but nobody talks about Aaliyah Boston because the only team that played her straight up was Maryland. And that's because they didn't have the horses. Remember, Angel Reese was at Maryland.
Yeah, she was. Yep, she
Yeah.
transferred. Yep.
She transferred, right. So that's what she was supposed to be. But they didn't have the horses, the big people. So they just played them straight up. Aaliyah Boston hit you for 22 and 10. But she on average is like 13 and 10 or something around there because she's double and triple teamed.
All the time.
And I think people forget she doesn't have those numbers even when she's up for Player of the Year. They're like, how's she gonna get Player of the Year when she averaging 14 points and 10 boards? Because she's double and triple teamed nightly.
She nasty. Hey
And
man,
so she'll get one-on-one coverage in the WNBA. Plus, that'll be a legal defense. So it'll be nice and she has great footwork too. So it's gonna be great to see what she can do.
man, I love like the star power of the WNBA. Like when you talk about going up there, because now you got the Breonna Stewart, you got Asia. Like that nice, that being in the paint and stuff sweet, but they take you off like they coming like on some real.
And
like,
they shooting, bro. And they shooting that thing.
And like, Stewie nasty. I hate UConn players, but Stewie is nasty.
Yo, they break it down. Like I follow a few of them, and just watching the workouts, I be like, yo. Like that's why I watch Asia. Like I think I go to her page almost every day. Because
I bet you do.
Yeah, you
I bet you do. I bet you
do. That's a tree that ain't coming like that. Not every day. Not every day. But
that's what you said.
Timeline. She be on my timeline.
Right.
But
right,
like
right.
I'll go in it but she be hoop. I be like, yo.
Well, they just put a video out of what is her name? I can't think of her name now. I think she played at Notre Dame. I think she's the one who hit the. No, not her. She got an African last name. I can't think of it right now. But anyway, they just showed a clip of her eating these dudes up in the gym. Like I'm talking about step back, hardened three.
Oh, I know. I seen that video.
You know
I seen that video.
Yeah,
I can't think of her name, but I seen the video because she was killing them. They would get mad, bro. The dudes would get hot.
Yeah,
they were upset.
Guarding
them. They were arguing with each other, bro. Like, guard her. You need to guard her.
Because in their head, she's a girl, so she shouldn't be that nice. Yo, man, these women are nasty, dog.
They put in work. And they work. The thing is, they work out with NBA trainers. Right. You know what I'm saying? They work out with the top trainers and stuff. A lot, Asia does. A lot of them work out with, what's his name? Dribble Too Much or something. He works NBA players out on their handles and stuff. These girls go to they go to these or they go to the players. They work out with NBA players too. Kobe was helping Candace Parker and and probably countless other ones that they don't talk about.
Girl, that Sabrina.
Caitlin. They said Caitlin Clark is what they try to make Sabrina. They try to convince us what Sabrina is. That's what Caitlin Clark is.
Caitlin Clark is.
That's what
I can see that. I can see that.
Twitter or whatever.
I can see that.
You when you look at it, you think on paper, you think it's gonna come down to New York and Vegas. That's who you think it's gonna be.
Vegas. They tough. They tough. It's gonna be like I'm really about to watch the draft. I'm really about to be dialed in. Y'all get Tia Cooper back in the league, man. The league's suffering without having Tia Cooper in there. Sign her to the Dallas Wings, wherever it is. Sign her, bring her to Dallas.
Crystal, what you think about the NBA and this play-in? I know you've been watching. I know your Lakers in the play-in. Oh, you don't drop back out? Can you hear me, KB?
Mm-hmm.
Crystal, what happened? Crystal got them expensive beats on.
Jacob, he commented too much.
Jacob did this out here. Oh man. Can you hear us now?
Oh, you muted.
You muted.
Oh, your mic isn't connected.
Oh, you see the message she in? You see that?
Because I tried to unmute her.
Oh, it won't let you. There you go. Can we hear you now? Try it now, Chris. Can
you hear us? Oh, pull up.
Jacob said the NBA is overrated.
I get why. I get why you would say the NBA overrated. Like it's just not pure. I think I saw a clip of Austin. What's my man last name?
Austin Reeves.
Yeah, Austin Reeves. I figured it was Reeves. He was talking about how the game just ain't the same because they show kids just show their highlights, and so when you watch these kids play now, they play for the highlights.
There you go. We can hear you. We hear you.
They're playing for the highlights. They're not playing for the making a right pass or doing none of that stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it seems that way.
Crystal, we can hear you.
Hey, Jacob.
They started commenting, the sound went out. Like, leave Crystal alone. Jesus.
Can you hear us, Crystal?
Oh man.
I don't think she can hear us, but can you hear us? We can hear you. Let me tell her.
But yeah, man. So I don't know, man. The NBA, like it's fun to watch, you know what I'm saying? But it's just like, let me just wait till the playoffs. All right, Crystal, we can hear you.
We can hear you.
Let me type in.
Yeah, I definitely enjoyed the girls' tournament. Yeah, we can hear you just fine, Crystal. KB, you let them know what's going on. KB got it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? The engineer behind the board.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man. So this season, I'm definitely, and the thing with South Carolina, they got to reload, man. They
do. They got the freshman of the year coming in. That girl bad. I can't think of a name. I was trying to look it up real quick, but South Carolina has the freshman of the year coming in, and she can ball. Like they show her highlight. No, bro. She ain't better than who?
Let me see her name.
You muted, Chris. Now you on mute. Unmute her, KB. See if you can unmute. Can we unmute? Try. Oh, I hit the button again. My fault. Hit it, KB. I hit the button. My bad.
Knock them out.
There you go.
There you go. We can hear you. What you said, Crystal? Say it again. She went back to mute again, KB.
No, I said her mic isn't connected.
Your mic is switching. If you're on your laptop, Crystal, go to your sound and then choose. It should have like a little drop down where you can choose the mic. Don't choose the built-in one. Choose the should be able to choose the one that you got hooked up, or hit built-in, and that might be the one you need. But
Juju Watkins, nah, bro.
Juju Watkins, that's her name. Where's she going?
She's going to USC. She's going to
Yeah.
University of Southern California.
Oh, she's going to Southern Cal. Yeah, see, for full Willie. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That girl can ball, my boy. The one that USC got coming in, I'm telling you, KB, she different.
Bro,
I'm gonna have to look up. I'm gonna have to look up the film that you talking about, bro. But yeah, I'm gonna have to look it up. But she that deal though, for real.
She ain't better than Juju Watkins, my boy.
Crystal said she's gonna swap over to a phone. Crystal, come back, guys. Gonna get her take on the NBA, man. Talk about this Dallas Mavericks thing. Seems like it's being reported that what's his name? The owner of the Dallas Mavericks, Mark Cuban, has just been fined $650,000 for tanking. They set all of their players yesterday and kind of lost on purpose, meaning they are officially eliminated from the playoffs, but they are in the draft lottery. You know, everybody trying to get that kid from Wimbamba.
Did you see the shot? Did you see when he shot the three?
Yeah,
and then
bro.
goes down and dunked it?
Yeah, bro.
Said, yo,
his kid different. He might be different, but he's not in the NBA. I always tell people, it's all about how your body feel out when you go to the NBA. He can't stay that same size and do anything. But look at Chet Holmgren. You see Chet them put on that little muscle?
No,
I really hope OKC makes the play in and makes the playoffs and kind of gets in and they get in that 8th spot, because Chet been hurt all year, but bro been rehabbing, and you can tell brother hit that weight room a little bit. So I'm interested to see how Chet Holmgren's game translates to the NBA. Now that he's healthy, he hurt himself during the preseason, or the what they call it, the G League tournament that they usually have at the beginning of the year. He hurt himself out there in Vegas, so he finally got to play. I think he started playing maybe a few weeks ago. So he's just kind of getting on the court. But bro is noticeably bigger, for real.
Yeah, I mean it's one of them things where like they're going to get a little bit bigger. But I mean, look at KD.
Yeah, KD let you know from the jump though he wasn't gonna lift no weights, and he wouldn't.
Right,
he didn't need it. But now everybody else though. How many other people? You think that would have worked for Giannis? Giannis would not be the player he would be if he went his size.
Yeah, true. But I think also his game just got better. You know what I'm saying? Because he was always intense and all that stuff, but I think he just got better as well. But yeah, man, he got bigger, stronger, faster. I mean, you can't. The Greek freak is the reason why he the Greek freak.
But they had a package dropped off at my door, bro. I ordered them Atlanta Jordan, them ATL Air Force Ones that came out. I think they just came to the door.
Lord have mercy.
Don't do me like that, bro. What happened, bro? What's wrong with Air Force One? They go with my house.
You're back.
Okay. Y'all can
there
hear
you
me?
go.
Okay, I had to just do it on my phone. Child, I don't know what's going on. No, I'm annoyed.
Crystal, what's her name?
Are you talking about Malaysia?
Yes.
The one from Colombia? Malaysia Full Wiley? I think that's how you say her name.
He's saying that the other girl gonna be better. I like Malaysia. I ain't seen nobody.
What other girl? I don't know who else.
Juju Watkins.
Well, Juju Watkins going to USC though.
Right.
Yeah. He said she's gonna be a better freshman.
I said she nice.
Oh yeah, she is.
Nice.
Yeah, well, you know what? I don't know if you guys know it, but when Zaya Cook came to Columbia or came to Carolina, she was a kind of wild a little bit.
For real?
And, yeah, just a little bit, like her game and her, and she had, and you know that she didn't really play her freshman year because Don had to Don and her staff. Yeah, she had to stay with them. They're gonna have to do. Malaysia's from Columbia, and she has her mom and her dad, but she has I'm not gonna say a big following, but a big following. And she's home. This is home for her. So she probably gonna have to stay with Dawn too. Stay with Dawn, stay with the assistant. Because if you watch her game, she's very if you notice, Carolina doesn't do all the trash talking and that they don't do gestures on the court. Cook does just a little bit, but not enough for basically they're not LSU. You don't get to do it. They don't do all of it. Or this set of girls didn't do all of it. And
no.
I think that's a little representation of like Don's mentality of how
I agree.
Very business.
And
like,
right, and Malaysia throw signs up and stuff. So you know what I'm saying? Like she really, and she shoots a lot of bad shots because she's the best player on a regular team, and you're gonna go to Carolina and you not the best player. You may not be the best player on a really good team. So it's gonna take she gotta grow up a little bit. She's really good, but she's also small. She's 5'7", if I'm not mistaken. Mm-hmm. So she's a small guard, but she's very athletic, and she can hoop. But I think they're gonna have to do a little taming though.
Yeah, Zach Cook mentioned like she was Derrick Rose boy. I mean, jumping like she was all. I mean, when you watch her like her mixtapes, I saw her when she was in high school. Like when they put together like her mixtape and her stuff. Like I mean, she coming down like she looked like if she would have put a hat on and had her hair tied up, bro, you would think it's a young dude, a young 6-foot dude that's coming down the court. I swear her game was just as that
like that
up north city. It got that vibe, like that swag to it.
She got it, yeah. She good now. But
I was like, yo, she nice. But like you said, they like look, play within the system.
Right. They're gonna have to I think they're gonna have to tame her a little bit. Like and if you don't see her on the court, that's probably why. Because they still trying to, they're gonna have to do her like she might like Dawn gonna have to be like she's mine now. She's not yours. Talk to the parent. You can come to my house from this time to this time. Don't come to my house after this time. Type thing. But we'll see. I mean, it's she young, obviously. I don't know if y'all saw her at the McDonald's All American.
Yeah, I did.
Too, so all of this and making
she was she got it. Hey.
You ain't gonna be able to, I don't think you're gonna be doing all of that, but
she ain't gonna be like Monica.
Right.
Let's talk about these. Let's talk about this NBA game, man. I know you huge in these Lakers. You've been watching every day. I see you on there cussing. You and Shannon Sharp. Go there, go ham. So
man,
we got one game. We got one game left, right?
And that's Sunday, and everybody plays Sunday. I mean, every team plays Sunday. Yeah.
So let me ask you this: the Dallas Mavericks this morning were fined $650,000 because they sat all the players. And they basically gave up on the season. They tanked. What you think about that? They're saying Luka may ask to be traded next summer.
Now I didn't see that, but Jason Kidd did. I don't know if you guys saw it. Jason Kidd admitted to that. What's the owner?
Mark Cuban told him not to win the game. Basically,
they purposely lost the game because they put Luka in. I think he made a basket and sat him down or something. Something to that effect. And but if they would have lost, they were out of the play-in anyway.
Yeah.
So the season was really over for them. But I don't think you purposely I mean that was kind of like a little slap. Right. Slapping the NBA's fight. And now you're gonna pay $650,000. But in the end, it's he also tried to blame, the reason why they don't have Brunson is because Brunson's dad got into the negotiation of his contract and stuff because Brunson looks great over in New York.
Killing it.
And even Luka was like, yeah, I miss him. He even said that. So it's just like Mark Cuban, he plans to pay offer Kyrie his because they can offer him the most money. At the end. Okay. If he
you think they're gonna resign? You think they're gonna resign Kyrie?
Well, they want to resign him. Will he resign with them is the question. That I think personally is no. But the way people act like they're out on Kyrie, it might be best to stay in Dallas because that's who's gonna offer him the most money. And if he's after money, because this might be his last huge contract.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we know he don't really operate in money like that. At least not publicly he doesn't.
Exactly.
So, I mean, everybody want that money though at the end of the day. But he doesn't like money is not what motivates him. So everybody linked him to LA, that he was going to be in LA. But now, LA kind of like, we kind of like what we got here.
Yeah.
And if we had got this earlier, we wouldn't be struggling for a play-in. If we'd already pulled a trigger on Russ, and could have got this earlier and had LeBron and AD playing with, with shooters, then we probably ain't trying. We in 7th or they in 8th place now, I think. And I think tomorrow they can go anywhere from, is it 5 to 9 or something? It's something like that. But
the West is so crazy. You have literally the 5th seed and the 11th seed separated by 1 game. And
right.
They all got
and everybody plays tomorrow. So that's crazy. So like the Lake, and then really what I think, my personal opinion is, they're really trying to dodge the Suns. You don't want the Suns the first round, because if the Lakers, if the Lakers had beaten the Clippers and beat the Suns, they would be in 5th. 4 and 5 play against each other.
Yeah, 4 and 5 play. Yeah, you don't want to play Suns. You don't want to play KD.
You don't want to play Kevin Durant. No. Like second round, but you don't want to play on first round. And then so now it's Clippers and Warriors, I think, are vying for the 5th spot.
Golden State is the team I don't want to see right now. Me personally, I think Golden State getting hot. Steph is heating up. Clay kind of look like old Clay. I'm talking about like 3 years ago.
You got Wiggins back, but they also don't defend like they used to either.
That's true.
And that's where they're vulnerable, is that they don't defend the same anymore. They can still shoot the lights out because you got Poole. Poole is, he can have his days where he just as hot as Clay get, And Wiggins does play defense, so he definitely helps on the defensive side of things. So they could be a scary team to play, but I'd rather not play the Suns as opposed to I'd rather play the Warriors personally.
Yeah, because you don't have Aiden. You got Aiden still in there. KD, Booker, you got to deal with. Chris Paul,
right?
Sneaky game,
right? Like how they had to do to beat Denver. He hit 7 threes or something. They only they beat Denver's B team because they set their starters by 4, something like that, 4 or 5. Like you had to have the game. I think that might have been Chris Paul's best shooting game he had all year.
I agree. So. Sticking with the West, though, let me ask you this. If you're Denver Nuggets, you're the number 1 seed, who do you not want to play at 8? What team down there to play in? You don't want to play the Lakers?
I don't want to play the Lakers. No, because I don't have a real answer for AD. If you get that AD, you don't know which one you're getting, but if you get the one that's highly motivated in the game, he can't go as good and as good as Joker is, he can't guard AD though. You know what I'm saying? Because they're gonna pick and roll him. They're just gonna pick and roll him. He can't defend the pick and roll. But that's who I wouldn't want to play. Out of those, I would play the Timberwolves. I think the Pelicans are there, and actually the Pelicans are really hot. BI is hooping.
Yeah, he got to because Zion's sitting his ass on the sideline.
They just
Bayets or whatever they call. But yeah,
beignets.
Yeah, that's he over there eating that. But so the team I probably wouldn't is the Lakers because you think you like to believe LeBron has a switch, right? Yeah. He's had a bad last 2 games.
Yeah. I was going to say that.
He wasn't that bad with the Clippers. He had a bad half against the Clippers. That first half
he had 3 points.
It really, I'm going to be honest with you. It looked like, you know how they bet on first half of games and stuff? Now you can bet on halves of the game. It looked like he was like he bet on the first half or something. He had 3 points, 1 for 6, 4 turnovers.
Yeah, I agree.
Turnovers in the flow of the game because there are such things as okay turnovers, it's in the flow of the game. Is they were just terrible. You what are you doing? I literally looked at it and said, LeBron, what are you doing? So and then he come out the second half and he had 30 points. Come on now.
He went off.
Did you take a shot? Did you take a shot?
Crazy.
Let me
and he was going at Kawhi.
I watched the second half. I watched the whole second half. Yeah. Lexi, he was doing this all air.
Yeah. I was just
shout out LeBron and Bronny 2024.
Listen, the Bronny shouldn't even be on nobody's draft board, but they saying this kid now is number 3 overall prospect. Come on, man. Stop.
Okay, so I'm not gonna say you. He shouldn't be number 3. He shouldn't be He shouldn't be top 10, quite honestly.
Come on.
However, he is going to be a good player, though.
Oh, I agree.
I think he has the most
he's worth. I think he's worth recruiting as a college. A college. I think he's worth recruiting outside of, obviously he brings in the LeBron, all of that type of stuff. But he's going to be a solid, a pretty good basketball player though, and he continuously improves, and he doesn't seem like he shies away from being LeBron Jr. At least not yet. So
it's a lot of kids. It's a lot of celebrity kids that are balling. They're gonna come into the NBA real soon.
They're gonna come together.
2 sons. Master P got 2 sons that look crazy. One of them at Houston. That's why I actually thought Houston was gonna go
Percy and
this
Mercy
year.
or something like that.
Percy and Mercy, bro. Them boy. Wow. Carmelo Anthony's son. He looked good.
Cayenne is nice.
Cayenne is nice.
Cayenne is nice. He definitely played like his pop.
DeJuan Wagner's boy.
Oh wait, yeah.
DeJuan Wagner's boy out there hooping.
Yeah, was it Kenyon Martin kids?
Kenyon Martin got another.
He got 2, right?
It's the one now already there. He got another one.
Yeah. Hey man, but Bronny, they said he is probably like the best all-around game, like his stop and pop, mid-range, passing, like his all-around game is the guy they was talking about the recruiting, like them kids are recruiting him, like it ain't no like, oh, you just here because your daddy, like, nah, they like, yo,
they want him,
and I think he's gonna get better, man. I think he'll be one of those guys that has a long career because he has a complete game,
right? And he's gonna keep adding to it. Yeah, like getting a little better. Yeah.
If he was 6'6", it would be.
It'd be hands down. Bryce, if he was Bryce size, Bryce.
Hey, man.
But he might not be finished though. If he hits another little growth spurt, he's gonna be a problem. Yeah,
but I'm telling you, Bryce. Hey, man.
Well, like Bryce, Horace Grant. He like Horace Grant.
Boy,
if you knew the young Horace Grant.
Ooh, man. When I was watching him, I was like, yo, Bryce smooth. Like when they finally let him play with the varsity team, I was like, yeah.
And it doesn't look like he's trying as hard as the other one. Like Bronny is more athletic, and he really, you could tell he's putting in the work with his game and everything. And it feels like, just looking, of course, it feels like Bryce is really natural.
Yeah, it comes to him.
Kind of just out there, just hooping. Like I'm hooping because I hoop.
He's going to be a LeBron, but the big man version, like a Karl Malone. If you ask me, I can see him being like a Karl Malone, big man type player. Bryce, if he keeps growing, because he's bigger than all the rest of the damn kids his size by a damn foot almost.
Yeah, he's LeBron size. He's like what 6'6", 6'7"
already. Yeah.
And he what 15?
Yeah,
I mean, he's 15, so he might hit another little inch or two. You know,
get up to 6'10".
It's over.
The way he just be like,
yeah,
it's just effortless.
So, Chris, let's talk about the East.
I'm a LeBron fan, and I love this.
I know it.
I love it.
We see it.
I love all of it.
We see it. I feel like Kobe would have been this way with his girls. I feel like you would have had Gigi coming into the game. I feel like the girls would have been the same way, getting ready to take the WNBA over. I ain't saying they still can't, but I feel like his prodigy, the one he was really working on, was right there with him. Yeah.
So Gigi had his fadeaway. She already had his fadeaway down. They got a court in the house. So he had a basketball court in the house working on that.
I saw a video yesterday of it was a Kobe and Gigi playing, and she was young, and he was like dinging her, bro. Like it wasn't like like just that. He was like bumping her, pushing her, and she was getting, but she was shooting like. I mean, but that's what you got to do. Like when you watch when LeBron is playing with his sons, they be playing. They be like, "Yo, we about to." He be like, "Nah, let's throw up shots. Let's dunk." Nah, he be like, "Nah, shoot."
Did Shaq's son? Did Shaq's son get drafted by the Lakers?
Sharif. He was
G League. Yeah, he in G League. Okay. So, Chris, let's talk about the East real quick, man, before we get you up out of here. What do you think will happen in the East? I know the play in the set. We got Miami versus Atlanta for 7 and 8. Hopefully we can get the 7th spot. I don't want to lose and have to go to that do or die situation. But if you're the number 1 seed in the East, which is
the Bucks.
Milwaukee. Okay, they did Clinton. Okay, I thought it was Boston. Who do you not want to play? If you're looking at the you got Miami, Atlanta, Toronto, and Toronto play Chicago. Them the last 4. Yep.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I really wouldn't care one. I wouldn't care about.
I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think none of them. I don't think none of them.
Not no series. I don't think I would care about any of them. But maybe I would, if I have to pick out of the four, maybe Toronto, and only because they have like experience. Yeah, they have some experience there, and maybe
I might say Miami. I'd say Miami. I think Miami is a bad matchup. I think Miami is a bad matchup for the Sixers, but I think they don't have enough to stop Giannis them. But if the Sixers get Miami, you'll have an upset. That's just my.
I can see an upset. I definitely can see one because the Sixers just don't. They just don't live up to any. You want to believe in them because I like Embiid, and I don't dislike Harden necessarily. He didn't kind of out the spotlight type thing now.
Yeah.
But they have like a good team, but they always blow it. And I think if they blow it this time, I think Embiid gonna ask out. That's what I think.
I can see that. I can
see him wanting to leave.
Go play with
I don't know what his contract is, but I can see him wanting to leave. Yeah.
Mark will pay for it.
Mark Cuban don't care. Mark Cuban does not care.
There's no reason for them not to be at very least in the Eastern Conference Final.
I agree, but if they run into Boston or Milwaukee, they ain't gonna make it. I'm just
right. But I think they have the players that they should be able to, play them like competitively. Boston just has their number. Like Boston literally probably in their head. Seriously.
Yeah. Boston like a bully to them boys.
Yeah.
When it comes to playing, I don't know. Embiid, there's nobody on the court that should be stopping Embiid in the Boston.
That's what I was just about to say. They have no answers for Embiid. And Embiid gets busy. He can get busy. But Philly always blow it.
Always.
Some kind of way they always blow it. So I don't have no faith in them. If they do it, yay, but I don't have no faith in them. None.
So the new CBA, Crystal, now you have the middle of the season tournament. The play-in, they stuck with the play-in. I like the play-in. A lot of people at first, they were like, but these last 2 weeks, these games today and tomorrow,
they all matter.
Games gonna be huge. So I think the play-in is dope. I love this situation. I love this format. What do you think about the play-in?
At first, I was kind of on the fence about it at first, but I understood because there's a thing where, and I think it's media driven for the most part, and then so fans adopt it too. It's like regular season don't matter, and if you listen to Damian Lillard and Embiid recently on podcasts or whatever they being interviewed or whatever, people try to act like the regular season doesn't matter, right? It's like rings or nothing, as if the process doesn't matter. And they're trying, and I think making the play-in means that you have to pay attention to the regular season. And everybody's watching if you watch NBA, you're watching the last 2 weeks because you're looking for seeds, because who you play matters. Having home court matters. And so it's brought that type of excitement where you do have to pay attention to the season, not just wait to watch when the playoffs happen. You gotta pay attention to the play. And so I think it brings that level, a little excitement of that to the game, back to the game.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. At first, I was kind of iffy. I was like, damn, we got 82 games. Do we really need an extra 2 games to determine the seeding? But now, like you said, man, it gives you that intrigue. It gives you the Maverick storyline where you can people seeing you tanking. You can't hide it. You know what I mean?
Right.
You can't hide it. So I enjoy it. I enjoyed. I'm glad they picked to keep it in the new CBA. That mid-season tournament, I'm kind of iffy about that.
I didn't hear that. What is that?
KB reported it last week.
What is it, KB?
Man, it's it's a mid-season tournament where the players, if you win, you get $500K. Everybody on the team gets $500K or something like that. But it's supposed to go towards the end of the year seeding or something. It's weird, man. When I saw it, I was like, I don't get it. I don't get that. I don't get a mid-season tournament. The season is the season.
Right.
Why would you throw in some? I think there's some bottom ranked teams or something.
Oh, okay. I gotta go read that.
It's gonna be weird, man. To stop the season to have a tournament. I think it's a week-long tournament or something like that, and then get back to the season just makes no sense.
And when they really just trying to get rest. Right?
Yeah.
The players really just trying to get some rest.
And now you punishing them for not playing.
Right.
I'm not playing in this tournament. Does this count?
Right.
Yeah, because you can only miss 15 games now? If you miss more than 15, you don't qualify for an award.
But does this count towards the full 82?
Ooh, that's tough.
Yeah, I don't know. I gotta read up on it. I need them to explain.
This might as well be summer league all over again, because ain't nobody that's anybody playing in that game. Like, don't think you're gonna go see LeBron and AD playing against, you know what I'm saying, KD and Booker in the tournament. You crazy.
Right.
They're all gonna be in street. They probably ain't gonna be there.
Right. Yeah, I gotta read up on that. See what's
let alone a year where they're playing some international ball or Olympics. Or
yeah.
Man,
yeah,
hell
yeah,
no. These niggas be like, man, what?
Yeah.
No,
bro. So Crystal, go ahead. No, go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, Luke. That's what Lucas said. That's why he don't play defense, because he been playing ball for so long. Like, he's tired. He's like, I could probably be better on the defensive end, but I've been playing ball, like all of this, and he's tired.
I can believe it. So, Crystal, give me your out of the East, out of the West. Give me your NBA finals. Who you got?
Ooh, that's tough, because you got to see the matchups first. Because who you play matters.
100%. 100%. Just if you had to go off top of your head,
LeBron and 6.
What?
Wow. I would like for that to be true. LeBron's calf is scaring me. AD's motor is scaring me. Beasley not being able to shoot every game scares me. But I would, off the top of my head, I would say
that West
kind of like the Bucks. I was leaning Boston, but I feel like it's something going on over there, because Jaylen Brown.
I do too. Because his hand. You see his hand?
Yeah, well, he said he did it watering some plants, but somebody said on Facebook he date what's the Bernice. She's a model. She's real pretty.
Oh, for real? Future baby mama?
Yeah, she's a
Bernice Burgos. I know you talking about
her. And somebody said ain't nothing, but he went through Bernice's phone and got mad and couldn't see no his face.
Right. Try to take yourself out of here.
That future baby mama, you already know it.
Hey. He was just like, he's just been saying some stuff that make me think maybe you ain't all the way in. Like, he can be, like you were saying, Atlanta want him. I think he might be listening. Somebody else want him. I don't know.
But I've been here, but it's been like that. It's always been the him or Tatum.
And I think that's why. Tatum. But that's why, though, because he's always been involved in every trade. When they were talking about moving KD, the first thing they said, they can trade Jaylen Brown. Last summer, trade Jaylen Brown. That he's tired of it, bro.
He's tired of it, right. But, like, if you get out of your ego a little bit, and I understand why they have an ego, they all good. Can you be mad if it's for KD, though?
No, that's why I
agree. I can. If I'm Jaylen Brown, because KD had to get carried to the finals by the Warriors. Ooh. If it weren't for that, what has he done? Now I'm just talking. If I'm Jaylen Brown, I'm like, I've been on my team. We've gotten terrible. I've been there leading me and Tatum, and if, for real, Tatum when Tatum won't hooping like that.
Yeah, it was. Tatum thought they kind of lost their finals.
When they're putting that Kobe energy on Tatum.
You saying carried a little too easy. Let's not act like KD wasn't out there busting heads.
I say carried.
I get he was on somebody else.
Yeah, but KD didn't.
Else's truck. He was in somebody else's trup, but he kind of had the wheels in time too. Now
he was sitting in the front seat of the truck.
Hey, Kevin says you need to stop. He was not carried to.
Let's not get carried away. Now.
KD is still KD.
He needed some help,
but we're not. But I get why Jaylen Brown be like, what I've done, for my team versus what he's done for the teams he's been on, especially since he's been over here with the Nets. What you mean you want to get rid of? You
busting their ass when they played.
Yeah,
busting their ass.
That's when it mattered.
It's two of them and one, but one of him. Remember, because
KD is the basketball version of Alex Rodriguez.
What?
A great season, but when it gets down to that game that matters for that off season, you know, it's just gonna get done.
Don't do that.
I mean, don't do that. Don't do that, bro. Why is bad, bro?
Don't do that.
Come on, man. People watch baseball. Y'all know A-Rod. Y'all know what he knows.
I know what you're saying, bro. Don't do that, though. Don't do that
to KD.
You worse than Charles Barkley.
KD's dropping 30 on your head, regardless.
KD been to the finals without Golden State. That is true.
I mean, come on.
And what happened?
Same thing that happened to Jaylen Brown. Got beat by a better team, a more experienced team.
Yeah.
So what does Memphis do in the playoffs for y'all? What's this Memphis? What's going on with Memphis? Because at one point Memphis was a favorite to come out the West. One point Memphis, they got gun problems and violence issues. So where do we see Memphis in this whole equation? Let me ask y'all that.
I don't see them like coming out, but
finals? They made the
I don't see them like I don't see them coming. I don't see them making it to the finals, and I also don't think that's a failure if they don't. But they possibly
really they were talking themselves. The player Memphis themselves was talking real records.
Right. And they
no, you had your boy too. What's the light skinned dude too? Yeah. They were going. Remember they were talking that the Warriors crazy. Remember that?
Right, but hadn't won nothing though. But hadn't even they barely beat. They have how many times have they beaten? I don't even think the head they even had a
conference finals easily, bro. The West is too stacked. You would say that.
I don't think it's easily because of you don't know who they're gonna.
We'll know tomorrow. After tomorrow, I think it'd be a little bit easier.
They might get the Lakers the first round.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, Shannon Sharp versus the boys sitting on the front row.
I mean, they could, but it just, they got a good team, and Jared Jackson. I think it's Jared, right? I know it's Jackson.
Nobody seen him. Nobody seen dude being like
offensively, that. But he was there defensively because he's always up for defensive player of the year. So he was doing that, but now he got a little offensive bag now.
Hey,
and
man. He's been doing it consistently.
Right.
They said Jaws will be Ja team. I don't know. The big man always take precedence over a good guard. If you have a star big man and a star guard, the big man will always take precedence.
Right. I don't know if he's quite star yet because he's still
not yet.
He's still getting foul trouble. That's really his problem is he gets in foul trouble.
Yeah. He real hands in that they call it.
Yeah. So
they're a loaded team. I like their showing once Don Morant was out. Kels, I hear you,
that's
bro.
The same thing they did last year, though, Kelvin. If you recall, that's the same thing they did last year when he was out.
And then what they had when they got into the playoffs?
They still won without him. Definitely. It'll help. It just depends on who they get. It really depends on who they get.
I really want to see Memphis and Lakers. I really do. I want to see Memphis and Lakers. I wanted to see the Mavericks and Memphis. There's a couple different matches. I
wanted to see Phoenix and the Mavericks.
Yep.
I want to see Golden State against Phoenix.
I want to see Golden State.
KD against his old team. I want to see
Oh man, you know Draymond gonna put that hard foul on him. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that might be pretty. That could be pretty good. I don't know.
So I think so it's good to say the West gonna be between Milwaukee and the Celtics, the Bucks and the Celtics, and then the East. Sorry, then the West you got Phoenix who has a legit chance. Golden State. I say Memphis. I'm gonna say Memphis just because. And
Clippers got a shot too if PG back healthy. They got a shot. I know they give you.
He gonna come back after that injury to his knee like that.
Yeah. The LeBron.
That knee was ugly. That thing was He coming back.
He's supposed to be reevaluated today, I think.
Shit, I didn't know that.
Reevaluated. He's not. He hasn't been ruled out for the postseason.
Oh, I thought he was
not there. Then there's no for the playoffs.
I thought he was done for the season. That's why. I automatically assumed after that injury.
Done for the regular season, but they're gonna make the playoffs anyway. Yeah, I know Clippers give you very much Sixers vibes. I get it, but They had before Paul George got hurt. They were playing well though.
Yeah.
Don't do that, Kelvin. Don't do that. They were playing well though.
But that's good. Well, Crystal, man, we definitely appreciate you coming on. We have to bring you back again through the playoffs. You know, we keep you on here because this next week they start next week, so we're gonna be on here talking about the playoffs full fledged. So we can hopefully we can see if we can get Crystal on the next few weeks to come in here and talk to us about the playoffs. Well, we gonna all do that. We all be doing that anyway, so it don't matter. You cussing that Trey. I mean, I'm cussing that Trey. You cussing that LeBron. You know, it is what it is. So.
I love him though. I still love him though.
Always, we got to root for the squad, right?
Right.
Hey, look, the LeBron's in 6. That's all.
There you go.
I'm with it.
LeBron 6. Whoever playing with him, I don't care.
They better get out there play in today tomorrow.
But you know, to get out the play in, they need I
Who
think
they need
they need Timberwolves to lose. And I think they need Golden State to lose. I think. I know it's Timberwolves for sure. But because they can get the 6th spot, and they get the 6th spot, they're gonna be up against Memphis, I think. Ain't Memphis number 3?
I'm gonna give you a sleep out the West if they make it. OKC. Nobody wants to see OKC if they get in the playoffs. Just telling you.
I don't think you want to see them. I don't think you want to see them in because the play-in is just one game, right?
Yeah, play in. I'm sorry.
Play in. I agree. I agree with that. I agree with that because they can beat you on any night, any given night. OKC can beat you. I do agree with that. Yep.
Yes, KB, close us out, my boy. Take us home.
Look, man. I know where we be. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, all that jazz. Toe2Toe, man. Make sure y'all subscribe, like, share, comment, all that. It's about to start getting picked up, man. Like I say, spring games coming up next week. Got NFL playoffs, the NFL draft about to really start kicking off with real predictions. Baseball rocking and rolling now. Yeah, man, everything is going on. So we still gonna have some more guests come on. We're gonna bring Crystal back. We're gonna start bringing up some more guests, talk their trash about their football teams, so we can get it on video, so we can play it back at the end of the year and show them how wrong they were.
I found a Saints fan. He been talking.
Yeah, man.
We've been arguing since.
Yeah, man.
Today, Saturday, Monday. We've been arguing since Monday.
Yeah, man. We got people who think they know what it is, so we're gonna put them in the hot seat, see what they made of. You know what I'm saying? Talk that trash. But yeah, that's it, man. What y'all got?
That's it, Crystal. You want to give the people your stuff? You good?
I'm good. Thank y'all.
Hey, you talk about Chief Nation. Get out of here, Kelvin. Ain't about talking about the damn Chief.
On that note, we out.
Peace.